Hopefully anyone can hear me right. I think I've got it on party. Anyways, hello and welcome to the MX-5 Championship, the second round, coming to you live at Brands Hatch. Just got 3 people watching. Hello, the 3 people. Hopefully you can hear me in the booth quite well. I hope so. So yeah, we're a little bit more closer to home for most of these drivers racing around Brands Hatch. We've got 4 people watching here. This is just the end of practice. Qualifying is just going to be starting in about 1 minute. And currently this is just them practicing. I don't know if they're going to be doing like a little... Oh, people... Alright, it's okay. Yep, Chris says we can hear me. Perfect. Lovely. So then, we're looking at Nugatti, who finished on the podium last week at Blue Moon. Could have been easily second position, but only a miscalculation with the fuel. And had a little bit of a battle between himself and Alex Rogers. In second place there we see Law. This is his first time out in this championship. And again, Law, sponsored with a green coloured car. Last time we saw Law on our screens was he did a couple of races in the GR3 in Season 3. I think it was at St. Croix. But other than that, we've seen him in the Super Formula Championship where he was driving in that Jaguar, which I really liked. And again, he's back in a green-coloured car, so nice to see Law. And like I said, didn't see him last week. Another guy that we didn't see was Sticky, who currently holds the fastest lap in practice. There he is. He didn't show up last week, and here he is tonight. Looking here at Robocopy in that nice little car, running ride through Dingle Dell. Gets it back going. Robocopy needs to have some redemption after last week. It was a disappointing result for Robocopy, finishing dead last. He did have a couple of incidents along the way. I think there was one with Techno Guy. I don't know if is that guy in 4th place. Is that Techno Guy? I'm not too sure. We've got a new person on here. I think that might... I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong if that's Techno Guy. Someone say in the chat. He's having a slide off of... oh, dear. Well. Hopefully you'll get used to it. Anyways, let's just talk about last week's race then. Yeah, it was... caught us very surprised to see that Chili... we'll get him on here. There he is. Chili, who won the opener. And yeah, it's surprised us all really by having a one-stop strategy, while the others mostly done 2 stops. I think Nugatti did 3 stops, but still ended up on the podium, which was a great effort. So I don't know if it's gonna, you know, maybe have the other drivers that were racing last week to maybe go for a one-stop, like what Chili did last week. Second place was this guy, Taven Clean Shaven. And yeah, he was another one that did a one-stop strategy last week, and it paid dividends there. It could have easily been third if Nugatti had put more fuel in the car, but I think Taven would have been very happy to finish the second place. He's also doing a race in another championship. I can't mind. I think it was like an endurance race. So good luck to him. I think Dan's is also doing it, and he's not racing in this, as he's sliding through Paddock Hill. And into the kitty litter goes Taven. Taven Dirty Haven. Oh, Techno Guy, I am still B. Okay then, so we don't know who this other guy is then. This FTA 1895. Oh, what it is, that's a lovely, nice, that's a really nice livery that he's got through there. So you've got Pac-Man and what have you, so yeah. Chili's just saying stuck's in 3 minutes, so we're just going to do stuck checks. Yeah, so the guy finished in third place last week. This guy right here, Alex Rogers, finished in 4th position. Now then, the rules for, as always, I'll have it up on my my iPod here. My laptop is not working at the moment. It's in the shop trying to get fixed. So I've got all the stats here on my iPod here. So round 2 is at Brands Hatch. Qualifying is 10 minutes long. tyre wear is times 10, fuel depletion is times 4. Every race up apart from the final round is a 1 hour race. Compounds are not to be mixed, but you only have one set of softs during the race. So it's like I said a few minutes ago, when Chile did a one-stop strategy, he started on the softs and then went to the mediums. So let's see if it will favour the other drivers around here. Obviously Blue Moon was a sort of a flat track except for the banking parts, but there's a lot of elevations in the track. As Alex gone very wide through Druids, or in fact he's got off. Okay. Anyway, there's Techno Guy. I thought Techno Guy was the other guy, as the other Irish driver in this race, as he's running a little ride through Paddock Hill and then into Turn 2 Druids. Techno Guy sort of more around his home track, even though he is Irish. France is a little bit closer to home. Not necessarily have Mallory Park in the next update. Is it Mallory Park? No, it's oh, what's the track in Ireland? I forget. So the stuck's going to happen in 1 minute, and then after the stuck checks are complete, we will have the qualifying session. Also, I'm noticing here no Hideki Sama. Hideki Sama dished out a couple of penalties last week. Who else is not here? Beckham is in here. Charles, we've not. I don't think Charles is in here, is he? No, I don't think so. So, anyways, this is a stock check. No Jans as well. No Jans 999. So we've got 12 races in here. That's good to see. Which was well, supposedly we would have had 12 last week, but Matty pulled out for whatever. We had a bit of problems with this last week with the stock checks. Also, one thing to note as well that I forgot to mention: no lateral. Lateral will be here for 2 weeks. So you're going to be stuck with me. You don't have the fancy graphics what Lateral has on his computer, unfortunately. So it looks like everyone is all away. That's the stock check pretty much complete. So we will get qualifying underway very soon. They're still racing. Don't worry, this is just a stock check. Do not worry. For the new people that are watching. Now, there's a big thing about this game now is results to the penalties. The penalties have been it's been really harsh now. Like if you make a little slight contact, you will pick up a 4 or a 6 second penalty. So if that's the case, you know, I've just been informed just to ignore it. That's really pretty much it, really, isn't it? Yes, so hopefully the next update for this will hopefully patch out with the penalty system what's going on, because I've been told that if you make a slight contact with someone, you will pick up like a 4, 5, 6 second penalty. This is actually one of the penalty bounds here though, where Shaven is at, and the other one is through Clearways just after Sterling's turn 8, which Taven Star is not going just yet. He's just gone through Hawthorns. I think this is turn 6. I think that is. Then up through Dingle Dell. And then into Sheen Corner. It's a blind right-hand corner. Take it absolutely fast through there. Turn 8 you're approaching is Sterling's. And this part of the track here is Clearways. Taven just weaving about. Oh, pushing the wrong button now. And then here is Clark Curve. Turn 9. And then onto the start of this straight, which is called the Brabham Straight. We'll go on board with someone when qualifying starts, and I'll give you a guided tour. Anyway, so who've we got in the chat here? We've got Ruben Cops, how you doing? Ronald is also in there. Chris, Ahmed says, we can hear you, can you hear us? No. No, I don't think I can hear you through YouTube, but you know, oh well, never mind. So then we're gonna drivers are gonna enjoy a bit more practicing while qualifying should be underway very soon. Like I say, it's 10 minutes long, so better get your fast laps in. So we've got 12 races here. No Hideki Sama, no Jans, no Charles 2. But in return, we have got FTA 1895, who has just run ride through Sterling's. I think we're going to see a lot of people do a lot of mistake around Sterling's, around Sheen, throughout the whole of this race. Can anyone comment in the chat? Was FTA racing in the Group B class last week? It'd be nice if someone would let me know. I haven't checked a lot of the Discord chat. So, but anyway, it's nice to see Matty back out on track. We did see him last week before he lagged out. So something happened to him, unfortunately, which we didn't see him race. But it's nice to see that livery out again in force. Techno Guy, like I said, wanting to do some redemption after last week. Then we've got Findogask, closely followed behind by I'm Not Beckham, who will obviously not participate in the last round of the championship. And we've got ourselves Nugatti, like I says. Oh, he's got some damage on the front end of his car. So he must have had a tap with someone. Alex Rogers, going through Graham Hill Bend, using all of the track on to the Cooper Straight he goes. Robocopy, FTA, new driver out of guessing. Chile, the winner from last week. And Law, we seem to be missing someone. I'm sure we did have 12. We are definitely missing someone. And I can't mind who it is. Let me check. We are definitely missing some. Oh, Stiggy. Of course, we're missing Stiggy. Looking here at Alex Rogers then. The defending GT3 champion of Season 3. Pretty much dominated the championship, winning 5 of those 6 races. But only finished in 4th place last week, losing out to pretty much his championship rival, Chile. Currently, I'm Not Beckham is fastest, 138.433. Alex Rogers goes to 2nd. No, now Robocopy goes into 3rd place. So, solid effort from Robocopy. He finished dead last week. Taven lets him go by. Going into Druids, he goes. Now that's a bit more of a respectable penalty there, because we did see Findogas shortcut, just seen Findogas shortcut through Sheen Curve, and that is a 1 second penalty. If you make contact with someone, it's like definitely a lot more of a second penalty of a penalty. So he's got to cut that out for the 1 hour race. So qualifying will start in 2 minutes. And then we will get ourselves underway for round 2 of the Mazda MX-5 Championship. Brought to you live by the ARC community, the Adrenaline Racing community. Follow us on Twitter. Hopefully you subscribe to us on our YouTube. Our subscriber count is definitely going up slowly, but each and every day. So I think Alex Rogers is just about ready to get qualifying underway. Still no signs of the Stig. Is he back yet? No, no sign of the Stig. Beckham currently fastest, 138.433. Nearly a quarter of a second ahead of Nugatti, but he is going faster, as you can see, 19 thousandths quicker in the second sector, and he's not going to do that lap time. What a shame. So qualifying will be underway very, very soon. Once the tyre wear gets to times 10, then qualifying will be underway. And who will be the first guy out? Here we go. As Alex says there, quali green on next reset. So once he moves the tyre back to times 10, we are underway. Nice to see Stig back. Must have had a toilet break or something. And here we go then, times 10 is on, so we are underway. And it looks like it's going to be Taven that's going to be first out on the track. Taven closely followed by Chile, then it's Law, then it's Stiggy, then it's Matty, then it's Alex Rogers, a bit of a free wide exit coming out. Beckham and Findo Gask as well, Robocopy, Techno Guy. Then you've got FTA and then Nugatti bringing out the 12 car field for tonight. So then for the people that are watching, who do you think will win this race tonight then? It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I think Law was the fastest before we did the start check, then it was Beckham that was fastest. Robocopy looks quite racy. Alex Rogers, Chile. I don't know, it's too tough to call this. I can't call a winner on it, but hopefully people that are watching, let us know who you think will win this race. As, oh goodness me, ooh, that's nearly close. That was quite close. Anyway, we're going to go through a lap around Brands Hatch with Haven Steven. So then here we go. This is a lap around Brands Hatch with the guy who finished second place last week. Across the start finish line we go onto the Brabham Straight to start his first hot lap. So here we go then, there's only 9 turns around here, into 4th gear, down into 3rd, oh he's sliding through Paddock Hill Bend, downhill, you'll be fighting the oversteer, now up the hill onto Pilgrim's Rise, so he's going to slow down, he's going to let Chile go by, so his lap is wrecked. So then, now on board with Chile, the winner from last week, going through turn 2, Druids, now into turn 3, Graham Hill Bend, probably down 1 gear for this. Now he's going to stay in 3rd gear, 60, 70 miles an hour, use all of the curb on the exit, now onto the Cooper Straight, and then turn 4, Surtees. It's a misleading left-hander, also uphill too, so understeer will be used to this. Again, using the curb onto the straightaway. This is Pilgrim's Drop. This is where Johnny Herber had that massive Formula 3000 accident back in 1989. He lost both of his front legs. Now on to turn 5, Hawthorne Bend. Into 4th gear he goes. I think he stayed in 4th gear. Very brave corner. Will heap its rewards if you get it perfectly correct. Now into Westfield. This is turn 6. Use a lot of the curb. Oh, just kicking the gravel a little bit. Now into Dingle Dell. This is not a corners here. And now the blind right-hander called Sheens. That's turn 7. 3rd gear up to 4th, maybe down to 3rd for Sterling's. 75 miles an hour. Now on to Clearways. This is the second of the penalty bounds. The first of them is at Pilgrim's Drop. And then turn 9, the final corner, Clark Curve, down into 3rd gear. Use all of the track yet again. Let the car run out wide, and then onto the Brabham straightaway. And now, ladies and gentlemen, is a lap around Brands Hatch, the Grand Prix circuit, as Chile completes a time of a 1:38.233. Taven Stowe is... Oh, sorry. Now the clocks are beginning to go. Beckham goes into second. Matty third. Stiggy fourth. Gask in fifth. Taven, who pretty much aborted his first lap, he's down in seventh. Techno Guy goes a 1:42.076, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. Nugatti's coming across the line, does a 1:39.971. That will move him up to 7th place. FTA just going through the grass on the pit exit. Alex Rogers goes to 3rd, 1:39.093. Robocopy now 4th, 1:39.348. Solid effort there from Robocopy. So Matty in 5th, then you got the Steg, Findelgas, Nugatti, Taven, Shaven. I think I've said that already. I need to stop doing that. He did abort his first lap because he did one ride through, well, he got sideways through Paddock Hill, so this will be legitimately his first lap. And look at the clock also on the bottom left of our screen. Nearly 5 minutes to go, so halfway left on this race. Let's see what Taven could do. He's 3 seconds faster. Not in the purple, but he'll definitely improve on his 9th position. So we'll keep a track on that. That will put him maybe provisionally, maybe 3rd, maybe 4th. If he keeps it tidy through Clark Curve, sorry. Lovely apex there from Taven, and then here he comes across the Brabham Straight to complete the lap time in 1:39.093, and that puts him into 3rd place. Nice lap time from Taven. Any improvements yet? Robocopy's down to 6th, Stinky Alex Rogers 4th, Matty 7th, Findelgas, Techno Guy's now gone into 8th place, 1:39.392, definitely improved this time by 2.7 seconds. So Nugatti really sort of struggling. Now he goes 2nd. I was going to say Nugatti, what's going on there? But he's gone into 2nd place, 1:38.560. And it's the two drivers that competed in the team versus team a couple of weeks ago at Fuji that are currently 1 and 2. So, but I wonder if they're going to have any other people that are going to pit and then do one last lap left as Nugatti gets it all wrong through Graham Hill. Chile's actually improved. I just noticed there. Chile improved by nearly a quarter of a second. 1:38.052. He has a moment through Dingle Dell. So now the gap is now up to half a second between Chile to 2nd place Nugatti. Kicks a little bit of grass up on the exit of Sheens. Now into Sterling he goes. He's 12 thousandths down and runs very wide through Sterling's. So that's going to hold his lap. Oh, look at this. You just see the cars sideways, especially on that camera angle in the middle of Sterling's there. Just seeing the cars like wiggle. It's so good to see. Anyways, Chile makes a pit stop. Beckham comes in to make a pit stop. So they're going to put on a fresh set of softs and keep the fuel on there. They will go faster as we've got 3 minutes to go left in this session. So out goes Beckham. Sticky's in. Findelgas goes by. And Nugatti now makes his way into the pit lane. So we've got about like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go left until the end of the qualifying session. We'll give you a rundown at the moment. It's Chile that's currently on pole position, half a second quicker than Nugatti, who is nearly 2/10 quicker ahead of Beckham. Taven in 4th, Alex in 5th, who's just crossing the line to start his hot lap on a fresh set of softs, so watch out for him. He will be faster than what he has. Stiggy is in 6th, then it's Matty, Robocopy down to 8th, Techno Guy 9th, Findelgask 10th, Law in 11th, 2.1 seconds off pole position, and FTA is done a 1:43.690. So, you know, I know FTA can do better than that. He's not as slow as everyone thinks that he is, but we know he's good. Anyway, we want to keep an eye out here on Alex Rogers because he was the first guy out on... we made the pit stop, I believe. So let's keep an eye out. Let's see where Chile is at the moment. Oh, in fact, Chile is on his out lap. So we'll keep an eye out then on Alex. Matty's into the pit lane, but I don't think you have time to do another fast lap here because we've got 90 seconds to go. Anyway, Alex going through, what corner was that again? Westfield, I think it was, or Westbrook, I can't buy. Now going through Dingledale. Let's see what his time is on the second sector as he goes through Sheen. Someone's gone fastest. Robocop, he went into 4th place. Solid effort there, and I think Alex Rogers may have been in the purple. I did hear a noise that he might be in the purple, so here we go. Through Clearways goes Alex. Into Clark Curve, takes the corner nice and tidy through there onto the Brabham Straight, and let's see what lap time this is for Alex. It is a 1:30. No, he didn't improve. I thought he would have. Well, 1:39.104. He has got another time to do it. We've got 30 seconds to go until the end of qualifying, so Alex has got to find more than a second if he wants to challenge for pole position here. He is purple though. He is currently the fastest man on the track. He's fastest in sector 1. PKMC said, "Sup lads, what's happening there? PK, how you doing?" He's purple. I'm going to put the qualifying time in there, just to let them know. So I don't know who that is coming across the line there. I'm trying to figure out who that is. That's the problem there. I think it might have been Chile. So Chile was the first one to come across the line, and he did a 1:38.597. Beckham's gone into second now, 1:38.541. Nice effort there. The Sticky's gone up to 5th as he's spinning through Paddock Hill, but my eyes is on here on Alex Rogers now. He's 7 tenths up, so he might not take provisional pole position, but he will definitely go faster, maybe top 3 as he's going through Clark Curve for the final time in qualifying. Findergas moves well out of the way, he puts himself in the kitty litter. And here he goes. He's coming across the line and does a time of 1:38.422, and that puts him into second place. So Alex Rogers will start on the front row, but it's Chile that will get pole position. Oh, here's someone's coming across the line last. I don't know who that is. Also, look at that. Law's gone up to 8th place, 1:38.943. So then, so qualifying is ended, so we'll give you a rundown of the qualifying orders. That's obviously not right. Chile will start on the pole position with a 1:38.052. Then it's Alex Rogers second. I'm Not Beckham in third. Nugatti fourth. Tavenstall in 5th. Stiggy in 6th. Robocopy 7th. Law in 8th. Matty 9th. Technoguy 10th. Findogask and FTA 1895 complete the field. Actually, FTA did improve his lap time, 1:40.733, so he's just nearly a second off Findogask's time. So then, there you go. Qualifying is over. Chile will start on the pole. Now they're going to have to change tyres, and it's going to be interesting to see what tyres they're going to start on. Don't forget, Chile won this race last week. He started on the softs and then went to mediums, but did a one-stop strategy. So, I wonder if the drivers will note that. The other drivers from last week that have took notice said that maybe you can do this in one stop. Eldorado Dragon saying Alex Rogers not winning. Has the world stopped turning? No, I think the world's turning to Chile now because he can't stop winning by the looks of it. Looks like an absolute car park going into Paddock Hill. So then it looks like to me that... So it looks like to me Chile is going to start the race on softs and Beckham is starting on the mediums. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if Beckham to know what Chile did last week. I don't know. Let's see what's Sticky doing. Sticky's going on mediums. Law looks like he's on mediums. Matty is on mediums. And you've got Techno Guy on mediums. I think Alex might start on softs, possibly. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a lot of races starting on medium tyres by looks of it, yeah. So I think it's only Chile and Alex that are going to start on softs. What do you think about that then, chat? For the 10 people that are watching. So the race starts at... Oh, it starts in 11 minutes time. So I'll have time to... get my voice back again, because it's nearly gone after doing qualifying. God, I don't know what I'm going to be like for 60 minutes. So then there is your championship leader, Chile. I think the Steak wants a bit of a head-to-head or a game of chicken with Chile, and Bugatti does a lovely slide going into Druids. Lovely stuff there from Nugatti. I'd give that 7 out of 10 now. Thomas said, look at those plebs. Yep. I don't know why we're starting at 10 minutes time now. I think we should have just started right now because... Oh, never mind. So then, Chile, what a meteoric rise he's done in the ARC, hasn't he? You know, he started... well, I first seen him in Season 2. He did reasonably well in the Aston Martin. And then Season 3, he really boosted himself and then... did the team versus team at Fuji. I think there was like I think it was Ford Terminator that said that he was the story of the race, and he did so well for ARC, finishing in third. Was it third place? I think he did, yeah. When he did spun out on the exit of Panasonic. So Chile really drove his heart out to get that third place, even though he did make a mistake. But he pretty much earned that podium finish to Chile. So yeah, he's a guy that's really climbed up. Another one is this guy right here, Nugatti, the Tier B champion from Season 3. Picked up I think he finished in a podium finish at Spa in the final round. He nearly won the 3 hours of endurance at Spa. I think that was a couple of weeks afterwards, and he comfortably dominated both the T versus T. Oh, in the chat. Oh, I thought you meant on the race. That's what I thought you said. No, but yeah, seriously, Nugatti has really come on leaps and bounds since he made his debut in the ARC. And like I says, you know, I think that the practice team versus team race at Sequoia, he won that race by like over 50 seconds. He won the team versus team the first round at Fuji comfortably too. So, you know, Nugatti's going to be some force to be reckoned with for Season 4 in the GR3s, for sure. I think they're all having a break, aren't they? They're all stopped on the track. Beckham not happy in the chat. Anyway, massive thank you to the 14 people that are watching this right now. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Without Lateral. God, 2 weeks without him. What are we going to do? Deary me. Anyways, if anyone remembers back to, I think, to my knowledge, this is the 3rd time that we've been shown TV coverage around Brands Hatch. Don't know what Chile's doing. Around Brands Hatch. We raced here for the Season 1 GR3 Championship. That was the one that I was racing in when I had G. Thanks Obama as my teammate, when he had a massive moment actually through Surtees, where he went off the track and I know it classified him down as like 13th place, but he got 3rd place, something like that. And I think I finished in 8th, 9th place. I can't remember how that long ago anyways, but yeah, that was a boring race for me. But the next time we raced here was the McGann Trophy Cup, and we know what happened there. If anyone hasn't watched the McGann Trophy Cup around Brands Hatch, especially race 2, the last what, 10 minutes or so of that race, go and watch it because it was absolutely incredible. It's still, to my mind, is the best RC race that I've seen. Crow says, oof, missed qualifying, playing with the results on spreadsheet. Thomas is saying Blazing Stephen, or Blazing Taven. He's actually putting in some laps though as Taven, so okay. Put more practice into that. So anyways, I'll be away for 5 minutes. I'll be back for the final, for the 1 hour race. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Oh, right, we're back. And no, Thomas, I didn't have hot lemonade. I had some blackcurrant juice to try and hang in my throat. But I thought about hot lemonade, but oh well. Anyways, we've got a minute left until the start of the second race of the Mazda MX-5 Championship. So then, as things should stand, it's chilly from Alex from, I think, was it not? Oh, it was Beckham. Then it was Beckham that was third. Then Nugatti, and then Taven, Stiggy, Batty, Techno Guy. Yeah. So here we go then. Just about getting ready. Getting confirmation from all the drivers that they are all ready to get this 1 hour race underway. Hello there, who was that? Goodness me, that was terrifying there. So then, here we go. The final will begin in 5 seconds, and we'll give you a quick rundown of the starting grid for tonight's race. So this is how they will line up as the cars will flash their lights. It's Chili from Alex, Beckham, Nugatti, Taven, Sticky, Robocopy, Law, Matty, Technoguy, Findogaskin, FTA. That's the 12 drivers competing in this race. Now then, we'll wait patiently for the lights to get ourselves underway for round 2 of the championship. 1 hour on the clock. Engine notes rise, and away we go for round 2 of the championship. It's a good start from, looks like it's all done fairly even. Sticky makes a great start on the outside from the 6th position, but going into Paddock Hill Bend for the first time, it is Chili from Alex, for I'm Not Beckham. Sticky left on the high wide, and a bit too handsome there, but he's gained a spot. He's up to 5th place. Now then, 4 cars already single file, and then it's an absolute mess going into Druid Hairpin. Robocopy sticks his nose up into getting to 5th position. Now here come, and now Law's up to 6th place, so a solid effort from Law. Sticky moves down into 7th place, Matty in 8th, as Robocopy wants ride through Graham Hill. Probably not going to gain a lot of, lose a lot of time, but he's down now in 7th place and under threat already from Matty as they're going into Surtees Bend for the first time in this 1 hour race. Law's already gone up into 5th position, but he's lost a spot because he won ride through turn 4, and now Sticky has retaken that 5th position already. But at the front, it is Chili from Alex, reuniting their rivalry back in the Season 3 GR3 Championship. Beckham holding back in 3rd, Nugatti 3rd last week, he's currently in 4th position. Then it's anyone's guess from 5th on back, as it is Law. Made a tremendous start. He's up to, I think where did he qualify? Like 8th or 9th? And he's already up into 5th position, so solid race already for Law. Sticky in 6th, it's Robo in 7th. Then it's an absolute disaster all the way back, as it's Maddie in 8th position. Taven lost a lot of ground. He's down to 9th place. Technoguy in 10th, as they'll go through Sterlings for the first time. Findogaskin 11th, and FTA in 12th position. So then, it's all single file in the first 4 positions. I wonder if anyone are going to already be saving the fuel. But it's Chili from Alex. Don't forget, these two were the only 2 that started on the soft tyres. If my thing is correcting me, is there. You can see the SS, and then all the others are all on mediums, I believe. Whoa! Massive moment of Robocopies went off! Robocopy went off and picks up a penalty to Taven, so let's see what happened here. This is on the Brabham Straight. And let's see what happened here. So Techno Guy looked at like, no. Oh no, it was Robocopy, my apologies. Oh, that's what happened. And Robocopy down to 12th place. I need to get a better read. I think I'm too late on seeing it. Yeah, I did. Oh, I fingered on the wrong person. Stupid Sean. But anyway, Robocopy, it's what happened to him last week as well. He had an incident. He had a moment through the middle of Paddock Hill. And now Taven, who was 2nd last week, is down to last place. So then back up front, it is still Chili. The only 2 on the soft tyres. And then it's a battle for 3rd place on the mediums. I'll tell you what, Law is slowly catching up. He's actually pulled away from the battle from 6th place. So Law making his charge to catch up with Nugatti. Then you got Stig in 6th, Matty 7th, Technoguy 8th, Findogask in 9th, and then FTA 1895 in 10th position, and Robocopy and Taven down in 12th position. So I'm wondering if Alex is sort of doing the same as what Chile doing and doing a one-stop strategy as well into the 3rd lap. Look how sideways. Oh, was that a shortcut through Paddock Hill from Chile? Sort of looked like it was. He was fighting oversteer in the middle of Paddock Hill, but looks like he's got away with it. Looks like we've got ourselves a battle for 3rd place now, as Beckham looking very slow in the middle of Druids, and Nugatti has tucked his Mazda up to the back of Beckham's Mazda now. Gorgeous camera angle we have here. Gorgeous camera angle there from the curb cam on the exit of Graham Hill, but now we're looking at this battle then for the bottom step at the podium. It's Beckham versus Nugatti. I think them two had a bit of a battle as well at last time out at Blue Moon, so they're renewing their good battle between each other. Oh God, Beckham looked a bit wide through turn 5, I think that was, or turn 6, sorry. Now into Sheen Curve, such an easy corner to make a mistake through there, and then turn 8 is Sterling's. Let's see how we take it there. Yeah, Beckham a little bit. The back end just kicking out a little bit, but it's alright though, because Nugatti is still right behind him. And now into Clark Curve for the 3rd time. 55 minutes to go until the end of this race. Alex Rogers now posting the fastest lap just now with a 1:38.4.86. He's now tucked his Mazda underneath Chile's Mazda. So battle for the race leaders going on, and these, like I said already, they are both on soft tyres. So, oh, looks like Chile went a little wide through Druids. Alex had a run. And now into Graham Hill Bend. You can see Chile really shortcutting through Graham Hill. He's got to be careful, and that's what happened. That's what happened. He had to be very careful. We did see him shortcut a little bit through Paddock Hill, and he's paid the penalty for that. He did shortcut through Graham Hill, and now he's got to serve his 1.5-second penalty here on Pilgrim's Drop. He's got to surrender that lead, and now Alex will take over that lead because Chile fluffed his lines at Graham Hill. But he will still stay in 2nd place. He's not being challenged though for the battle for 3rd. Dan saying Becky too busy chatting. I don't know. He'll be concentrating right now, Dan's, I think. He is actually slowly pulling away from the Gaddy, it seems. Laura's still keeping touch. Sticky going, sticking a couple of tyres under Kitty Letter through the exit of Dingledale, I think that was. Technoguy, solid effort in 8th place. Let's see where FTA and the rest of the boys are at. Robocopy and Taven still tucked nose to tail between each other. But they are yet again. Robocopy had a moment on the exit of Sheen Curve, and that's him off again. So let's see. Let's actually go on board with Robocopy going through Dingledale. I think he just must have put a couple of tyres on the grass at Sheen. There he goes. And that's a hard head-on hit with that wall, I have to say. Yeah, so disaster already for Robocopy. 2 incidents in this race, and he's fallen down to last place, nearly 6 seconds off of Taven. Now then, it's interesting to see what Chile can do. He's got to catch up with Alex Rogers. Don't forget, this is what Chile saw a lot of in the Season 3 Championship. A lot of Alex Rogers' backside when he was in that Beetle. Now then, Chile's got to be careful. He doesn't want to shortcut any more corners now. He got away with it at Paddock Hill Bend, but he didn't get away with it at Graham Hill. So he's got 52 minutes to, catch up. And he is really catching on Alex Rogers now. Oh, that looked like another shortcut at Sheen's. Is that another penalty? I don't know. No, he looks like he's all right. No, that's good. That's all right. Running wide through Sterling's, now into clearways. Gap down now to 7/10 of a second. He's tucked in the slipstream. Now into Clark Kirby goes. Alex not really looking that much comfortable ahead because Chile is definitely catching. I don't know if Alex is saving fuel. I don't know if Chile, they may be saving fuel because the gap between Chile to Beckham is 5.2 seconds. And now the gap is now down to nearly half a second. So Chile looks like he's got a better line through Druids, it looks like, because he is slowly catching up on Alex Rogers. Looks like we have ourselves a battle for 6th place too. Stiggy versus Matty. Oh, Stig runs right through Druids. Is that going to allow the gatekeeper to go by? No, he doesn't. These two are making out. Oh, Stiggy runs very wide through Graham Hill. Don't know if he gained some sort of advantage. I don't know if Matty made a little mistake there too, because now it's up to 1 second. Oh, sliding through Surtees with Stiggy. So he's going to lose a lot of time, and now it's going to allow Matty to close up, going through Pilgrim's Hill. And now the gap now down to 2.25 of a second. Now then, where can Matty make the move? Oh, is he going to go through Dingle Dell? No, he doesn't. So he tucks up in behind Stiggy as they're going through through Sheens. Oh, we've got to be careful there. Do not touch the grass, because we saw what we see from Robocopy a few laps ago. Matty ride through Sterling's, but it's okay. Now into Clearways and then into Clark Garve. So nice battle going on there. Techno guy looks like he's got a lonely race to himself. 5 seconds ahead, 5 seconds behind Matty, but he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Findelgask, and Taven is slowly catching up. Oh, and I think FTA has made a mistake. Let's see. Well, we can't see from the lap times now, unfortunately. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, he must have went off somewhere for him to make that mistake. So he's down in last place. He's now 6.4 seconds behind Robocopy. Anyways, battle for the lead raging on. Alex versus Chile. And Chile is definitely looking racy. I think Alex is trying, he's going to defend. He's going to defend now, going through Pilgrim's Hill and then Hawthorne's Hill, sorry. Oh, puts 2 wheels through Hawthorne. He's going to run wide, and here comes Chile to the inside. No, sticks behind Alex. Chile setting the fastest lap, 1:38.04, and that's pretty much the exact time that what he did in qualifying. So Chile definitely not saving fuel, but he should be. So then, where can Chile make the move? He's got to get a good run through Sterling's if he wants to get by Alex, but Alex runs a little wide, so too does Chile. So Chile not going to catch a little bit. Well, he's going to gain some time, but not going to make a pass. He might stick it behind. Chile could be smart here, could save fuel, and knows that he's always on the back of Alex. Meanwhile, Beckham, gap now up to 5 seconds. Law looking very solid in that 5th position. Thought he was gaining on Nugatti and Beckham, but it doesn't look like he is now. As the battle's still going on for 6th, Stiggy's still ahead of Matty. Then it's Technoguy, Findelgas, Tavenstall has gone ahead. Tavenstall is in 10th, Robocopy 11th, and FTA down in 12th position. But anyways, back to the battle for the lead we go through Graham Hill for the 8th time. I tell you what, Chile is looking seriously racy already. Look at him all over the back of Alex's Mazda as they're going through Hawthorne Hill and then down the hill. Oh, is this the move? Alex not really defending that position, isn't he? He's going to give Chile the inside, and has got Chile made him clear, and he does. So Alex really sort of gave the lead there to Chile. Now, could this be a strategy there for Alex, that he is saving fuel, that he didn't really need to battle with Chile? Might be a smart strategy on Alex's part there, just to let Chile go in the lead, and just try and stay right behind him, save some fuel in the process so he could do a one-stop strategy like Chile did last week. So Alex sort of let by Chile to retake the lead after shortcutting at Graham Hill. Beckham still in third, Ducati in fourth, Law in fifth, Stig still in sixth. No positions really changing, it seems, here. Oh, Matty runs very wide at Sterling's. Got ourselves a battle now for 9th place. Findelgask versus Taven. Taven trying to recover from the incident with Robocopy at Paddock Hill a few laps ago. As we are nearly past a quarter of this race complete. Right then, so what will Findelgask have to do to keep Taven right behind him? Oh, all over the back there. I thought Taven was going to give him a little love tap. I'll tell you what, that looked very fast from Taven in the middle of Druid's there. Look at it, hitting those apex perfectly, this Taven. Look at the background too, Robocopy. Is he slowly catching up on this battle too? Looks like he is. Oh, Taven gets it all wrong at 30, so he's going to lose a bit of time through there. Just listen to that Mazda engine going up through the gears and then down a gear through Hawthorns. Down another gear. That probably sounds like 4th gear, I think. Now into 3rd gear through Sheens. Into 4th gear. And then into 3rd gear for Sterling's. Runs a little wide through there. Taven took it perfectly. Now he's going to catch up now. Tucked into the slipstream now goes Taven into Clear Ease and then Clark Curve. Taven looks like he's holding back. Taven's taking some really nice lines, actually. Don't know if he's content though to stick in behind Findelgask. He wants to catch up and recover from the incident here. Oh, here he goes. Look at him. That's a big look. That's a big look from Taven. He's going to make the pass sooner rather than later. Now, this is a great opportunity to overtake someone, but Findo had it covered, or Taven was too far back to make a lunge. I'm definitely thinking that Robocopy is slowly catching up on the back. Here we go now. This is a chance. This is the run that Taven needed. Side by side going into Surtees they go. Taven's got the inside, but Findo will have the speed off the turn. But will he get the job done? Yes, he does. So Taven, nice pass up to 9th. Chile still in the lead, but he's got Alex right behind him. Don't forget, this is what Lemmy did, didn't he? When he won the Season 2 Championship, he would be content to sit in behind the lead to save fuel, and then when the pit stop happens, that's when he'll take the lead. So Alex really sort of doing what Lemmy did, in which how he won the Season 2 Championship. Anyways, they've got themselves an 8-second lead over Beckham. Is that enough though? I don't know. Let's see what their tyres are like with both of them on the soft. So they're down to about less than 50% is both Alex and Chile. Beckham's actually used a little bit more fuel than the top two. Nugatti's just about on 50%. Law just shy of 50% of fuel. Sticky is... Oh, what's happened to... Oh, Matty's in the pits. Matty's in the pits. This is an early pit stop for Matty. Well, that's an interesting strategy for Matty. Pitting early to go onto medium, to stay on the medium tyres. That's an interesting strategy for Matty, I have to say. Anyways, back up. Findelgask, he's... I mean, you can just see from the tyre wear. This is supposed to be on times 10. And as you can see, there's not a lot of tyre wear on those medium tyres. Findelgask is the same. Techno guy just shy of 50% left on his fuel. Oh, Robocopy must have made a mistake because FTA's passed him. I know I keep missing. If only I had Lato and I had another screen, I would have told him here, but we can't see everything all at once. So Robocop must have... Oh, he's gone into the softs. My apologies. He made a pit stop. So he's gone onto the soft tyres now. So both Matty and Robocop must have made a pit stop that lap. And now they're on the soft. So this is a definite two-stop strategy that both Matty and Robo are doing. Oh, I thought FTA was going to lean on Robocop, but yeah, runs right through Hawthorns, and then Robo takes that 11th place. He'll say thank you. I'll have that spot. I didn't notice that, but yeah, softs for Robo. Now then, what's the gap now between Alex and Beckham? 9.6, so they gained 1.5 seconds on that lap. Now, I don't know if Beckham must have made a mistake somewhere, but the gap between himself and Nagati is pretty much the same. Now, I mean, if I was Beckham and Nagati, I would have taken Chili's, what Chili did in the first race, because it seems to be working. So obviously Beckham's not learned sideways through Sheets. That's Sheets. I mean Surtees. There's loads of S words, man. Deary be. Right then, so Law in 5th, Sticky in 6th, Techno Guy up to a nice 7th place. He's doing well at his home track. Well, I say well, he just ran right through 30, so that's going to allow Taven to catch up just a teensy bit. Findogask in 9th, and then Matty in 10th, still on the medium, on a fresh set of mediums. Oh, FTA runs right through 30s. He's took that horribly wrong. Let's have a look at the replay then at this. So goes through Graham Hill, fine. He retaked Robo. And then Robo has a look onto the inside, forgets his braking point, and see you later. That's an easy 11th place for Robocopy. So we join the action as he goes through Hawthorns, and back again at the leader, and again Alex all over the back of Chile. What's the gap now? Up to 10, nearly 11 seconds, so it's pretty much the last 2 laps Chile and Alex have pulled is 3 seconds over Beckham and Nugatti. Law still in 5th, having a quiet race, as is this guy Stiggy. Now that he doesn't have Matty right behind him. Meanwhile, Matty has passed Findogask, so Matty up into 9th place. Now we've got a battle for the 7th place. Techno Guy is under pressure now from Taven. Here comes Table Son. Whoa! Techno Guy sideways. Again, doesn't want to be sideways too much. And Findogask has a huge moment on the exit of that, and he's in the wall. Into the wall goes Findogask. Did he? I don't know if he did. Let's have a look. Let's get an onboard replay. So this is through Graham Hill Bend. Did he just get on the power bit too early? Did he hit the wall? No, he didn't. He just misses it. Good job of driving from Findogask, good job. But you can see Matty well ahead of him now, as we see on board with Taven, and side by side was Taven and Techno Guy. Oh, that was brave. But he's got him up, and again, good recovery drive this from Taven, up to 7th place. The man who finished 2nd at Blue Moon a week ago is recovering and now up into 7th place. Now he's got a task on his hand. He's got to catch 10 seconds on Stiggy in 6th position. Meanwhile, back up front, the gap is still a quarter of a second between these two. Beckham now 12.5 seconds back, and there's 23 minutes have been completed. Nugatti still in that 4th position. Law still in 5th, Sticky in 6th, Taven now into 7th, Techno Guy down to 8th, Matty to 9th, Findogaskin and Robocopy, and then FTA completes the field. No one has still been lapped just yet. So we're nearly halfway through this race. Non-saying lives have been claimed here. Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. So, I'm wondering if Chile's going to do exactly the same strategy and Alex is doing the same as what Chile did last week. I'm just curious to know if a lot of these drivers are doing one-stops now, because I know for a fact that both Matty and Robo are going two-stops, but I don't know about the rest of them. They may be on a one-stop strategy. Maybe they were influenced by what Chile did. Sixth place then for Verstappen in his first outing in this championship, as well as Law, who's in fifth. So that's a good solid showing there from both Law and Stig. Law, I think he qualified like in ninth position, and he got up to fifth place. So that was a real good start from what Law did in the opening lap of the race, as well as Stiggy Taven still recovering. Gap sort of the same, 10 seconds, but he is pulling away slowly on Techno Guy, but Techno Guy is coming under from pressure from the gatekeeper himself. So let's keep an eye out on that then. Techno Guy, let's go on board with the Techno. Don't forget though, Matty has made a pit stop, Techno Guy hasn't, so Matty theoretically will be stronger because he is on a fresh set of mediums than what Techno Guy is. But like I said, this is a good, strong showing this for Techno Guy. Even though it's not particularly high, it is still a very decent showing. Techno Guy, who did win the TOC Championship by winning it when he raced with the Group A boys at Spa. That was him confirming the championship. You can see, look how fast Matty is on those medium tyres through Sheen Curve. They go. And now into Sterling. This is where a lot of people go off through here. It looks like they don't use a lot of time when you one ride at Sterling. But Matty tucked in the slipstream of Techno Guy. Oh, here comes Matty. He's there, definitely. He's really there. Is Techno Guy really going to defend his position? I don't think he is, you know. And side by side through Paddock Hill Bend, and Matty sort of leans on Techno Guy a little bit, makes more contact with Techno Guy and goes through. So Matty up to 8th position, and Techno Guy just really sort of winds it down in 9th place. So let's see here. Was there a bit of contact between Matty and Techno Guy? Yeah, yeah, there was contact there, and Matty just went by. I think Techno Guy just sort of turned in on Matty a little bit. Matty did have the position though. So no harm, no foul. Sideways was Techno Guy. He likes doing that, doesn't he? Lap 16, nearly halfway complete in this race. It is still Chile in the lead, but he's under some fierce competition from Alex, who is definitely saving some fuel. 3rd place is Techno Guy. We can see Nugatti 16.5 seconds back though, but he's a second ahead of Nugatti. In fact, Beckham's in. Beckham is into the pit lane, nearly kisses the wall too. And he's on 6% of fuel left, so he didn't really save any fuel. So was that a bit of a mistake on Beckham's part? Must have been. Anyway, let's see what he'll come out of. Will he go onto the soft tyres though? That's the thing. Let's see what he'll do. He will stay on the mediums, so he's going to go. He's a 2-stop strategy too. So Beckham was on 6% of fuel. Let's see how much fuel that Nugatti had left. Oh, Nugatti's got about 25%. So Nugatti was saving fuel. Beckham wasn't. So that could prove pivotal on the outcome of Beckham's race now. Whoa, Nugatti! So Beckham goes out in 6th place. That will allow Law and Stig to move up into 4th and 5th respectively. But now Beckham on a fresh set of medium tyres. How much fuel did he put in? He put in just over about 60% of fuel in his Mazda. So he'll be all over the back of Stiggy sometime soon. Taven has sort of dropped the gap now, but obviously Beckham is now ahead of Stiggy, but the gap is now 7.7 seconds. He's pulled up a 4-second lead over ARC Matty, who's running sort of wide through Hawthorns, it looked like. Robocopy sort of recovering after on his well, he's on soft tyres now, and he's slowly catching to Techno Guy. Then you've got Findogask, who I think he must have made a pit stop, has he? No, he didn't. So I think Findogask must have made another mistake, or Robocopy's put the laps of his life in to get by Findogask, but he will have to pit sometime soon for those medium tyres, and he is now flashing red. Let's have a look at Chili's tyres. Chili's tyres are, well, especially the front left, it looks about 75% left on that tyre, but he is now flashing red. So it looks like again, oh, Alex is leading. My apologies, I was seeing if it was Alex Chili's tyres. There it is. Chili is, well, it looks to me that there's a definite change in the fuel. You can see there's a bit more fuel in Alex's Mazda than Chili, so Chili will have to pit very soon, possibly this lap. I didn't know where the lead was changed, but there you go. So Alex is now in the lead, but I think that's a clear indication that both Alex, Chili and Nugatti are one stop in this race. So we'll see both Alex and Chili will go into medium tyres, but Chili will probably go into the pits this time by, I reckon. Indeed he does. So he's going for the shortcut. He's going for that. That's not the shortcut. He's going for the undercut on Alex Rogers now. I think we have, yeah, I think Alex has just passed the lap traffic. That was FTA he went by. I think FTA must have made a pit stop though, has he? Yes, he's on the mediums, just to put shy of 50%. Let's see, Nugatti, and out goes Chili, so he comes out in 3rd place. Yep, so Chili comes out in 3rd, Nugatti up to 2nd place, 5.2. Stiggy now comes into the pit lane from 6th place. So he will put on a fresh set of soft tyres now. He's definitely one stopping. Techno Guy goes through, Robocopy goes through, Findogas possibly? No, maybe not. Down, it's 26 seconds, so Findogas must have made make a mistake. Findogas in the pit lane. He's only got 4% left, but yep, it looks like one stop is the way to go for this. Now then, let's see what Alex is doing here. Will he be pitting this time by? I think he will have to, wouldn't he? Yeah, I think he's definitely pitting this time by. But the gap is 20 seconds between himself and Nugatti, in which Nugatti must be pitting soon. He's got more laps in than what Alex did, so Nugatti was definitely saving fuel. But anyway, here we go. Alex into the pit lane to put on some medium tyres. And he'll definitely go put fuel all the way to the top. Now, where will he come out? Chili's just gone through Sterling's. Here we go, then. This is pivotal on what the race outcome could be. Nugatti's in the pits. Out he goes. Now then, the key thing is, where is Chili in all of this? Chili is just coming across the start-finish line, and Alex will take the lead. Gap, he's actually improved there up to 2.2 seconds, so the undercut what Chili didn't work this time, and Alex is now in the lead, and he's got a 2-second advantage. Beckham up to 3rd. Well, he's back, he's up now into 3rd place. But Beckham is still on medium tyres. He's got to change to soft, so really Beckham is not in a net 3rd position as far as I know. He's definitely 2-stopping. So Nugatti, who should be on soft tyres now, yes indeed he is. He will catch Beckham quite fast, probably in about 4, maybe 5 laps. Matty's up to 5th. Law in 6th. Then you got Robocopy, who made a mistake through Paddock Hill. He's up to 7th place, but he's got to be pitting soon, as well as Matty. Stig in 8th, Taven in 9th, Technoguy 10th, Findergask in 11th, and FTA in 12th position. But he's now been unlapped because Alex went into the pit lane. So then, Alex Rogers now leading the race, and what Eldorado Dragons was saying, he's not winning. Well, there you go. There's proof he is now winning. Now then, it's up to Chile to see what he can do. He's got 2.1 seconds to catch up on Alex, and there's nearly 25 minutes to go as he runs right through Brabham Street. So that's going to cost him at least a second or two. And look at the gap now going up, 3.3, 3.6. 3.7. It's a big task to do now for Chile. 4 seconds. That might have been the race right there for Alex Rogers to pick up his first win of the championship after Chile run very wide through Cart Curve and then goes on the grass on the Brabham Straight, and he did lose 2 seconds as a result. Matty having a horrible time through Druids there. You see the car very much understeer a lot through there, and now he's going to be under, well, not under some pressure from Law. It's up to 3.5, so not really under that much pressure, isn't he? But he is sort of struggling, isn't he, on those medium tyres? Yeah, he's just lost about half a second on that corner to Law, and it's now 2.7 and still closing. So I think, as far as I know, we've got Matty, Robocopy, and I think FTA might be 2 stopping. I think the rest might be 1 stopping, not unless it's Findergask. Yeah, Findergask's now on soft tyres. So yeah, I think there's only 3 people that are doing 2 stops, and that's Beckham, FTA, and Matty, and Robocopy. My apologies, 4 people. Sorry. Yep, I have to agree with you there, Crow. With that mistake, 4 seconds down, I don't think he will catch up. But we saw what Chile did at Fuji in the team versus team when he made that mistake at Panasonic. He drove his heart out. Matty is going to make his second pit stop and then his change to the soft tyres. So, he's going to have to drive the laps of his life if he wants to get somehow a decent finish. He will come out, though, I think, definitely out behind Tavenstall. As you can see, the gap, 32 seconds between Taven to Technoguy, so he will come out in 9th place. Let's see what the gap is then. Yellow flags were being waved. Someone is off. Is that FTA? And it either was. FTA has gone off. And he just lost it, and that's a huge hit there. Hard into the wall goes FTA as he dumped a couple of wheels on the exit of Hawthorns, and it looks like he is going to stay there, is he? No, he's got back moving again. Well, he would have definitely picked up some front end damage, not unless if it's gone now, which it is, but he would have picked up some front damage there. So FTA, newbie to the championship, definitely struggling in this race. He is now 1 lap down. The gap now between Nugatti to Beckham is 5.4 seconds, but more importantly, it's 15 seconds between himself to Alex, who is leading the race. Now, more importantly, has Nugatti fueled all the way to the end so he doesn't need to pit again? We saw what happened last week when Nugatti miscalculated his fuel and had to make another pit stop. What could have been a 2nd place only went on to be 3rd, but what could have been for Nugatti? About 22 minutes to go. Is that enough fuel to go the rest of the way? Let's see what Alex and that lot is. They're a little bit more, so... interesting. So then it's pretty much status quo before making the pit stops. Only the difference is that Alex is in the lead and Robocopy is now into 7th place, but I think he'll have to be pitting sometime soon, I reckon. Yeah, he'll be pitting this time by, and he's already done the soft tyres, so he's got to go back to the mediums now. As the rule states, you can only use a set of softs once in this race. So, by my reckoning, he should go back onto the medium tyres. That will allow Taven to go into 7th place and try and catch his way to Stig, who is in 6th. Matty now on those soft tyres, 51 seconds behind Alex. Well, obviously he's not going to win this race, but can he catch 9 seconds on Taven? He's got 9 seconds over Techno Guy, who's sitting in 10th position. Findogask in 11th, and FTA a long way back. I think he's... Oh, has he gone off again? Yeah, he did go off again, and again that's at Hawthorns. So, no, that's not at Hawthorns, that's the corner afterwards, isn't it? My apologies. So, FTA having a real baptism of fire, isn't he? He's definitely struggling around here. He just lets Matty go by. I wonder if he's pulling in to retire, maybe. Anyway, Robocopy comes into the pit lane. So too does FTA. Maybe to retire, I don't know. Hope he will continue, though. Maybe it's a good learning experience for FTA, but, you know, we'll soon find out. Anyways, the gap now, 3.5 seconds between himself and Chile. The leader, what's the gap then between Nugatti to Chile? Is about... It's about 10 seconds, I'd reckon. Law, 13 seconds back of Nugatti, who was 6 seconds ahead of Stig, who was 8.5 seconds ahead of Taven. Matty's now gone into 8th place. Robocopy, has he gone onto the medium? Oh, he's on softs now. Oh no, he's actually stayed on those softs. My apologies. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You can stay on those softs. I've raised my voice for nothing there. Sorry, Robocopy. That's technically fine. What he did is perfectly allowed. He didn't change tyres. He just added more fuel in, so that's perfectly fine for Robocopy. I think that's what he did last week too. I'm pretty sure he did that at Blue Moon last week. Anyways, Techno Guy 3.5 seconds behind Robocopy, and I think FTA has called it a day. I think he's retiring. So now we've got down to 11 people left. Findogask 1 minute and 9 seconds behind. I don't think they'll get lapped. Looking at the map, he's going through Dingledale and the leaders are at 30. So I think Findogask might be safe. Let's see what the gap is now. 19 minutes to go. 3.2 seconds the gap. So Alex has lost a second. I would love to know what lap time Chile's doing compared to Alex, though. I'd love to know. So then Nugatti now is starting to close the gap on Beckham. 3.3 seconds. We did see it when Nugatti or Beckham was about 5 seconds. So Nugatti is starting to reel in Beckham. But again, Beckham has to pit again. He hasn't changed to the soft tyres. It's not real any battle that's going out there. All of them have pretty much spread each other out here, so it's hard to talk about someone else. And there you go, now Beckham is into the pit lane, so he'll change to the soft tyres, put a bit more fuel in, and see if he can catch up. He's got 18 seconds to Law, though. Law's going through Clark Curve, as it seems. So will Law take 4th position, or will Beckham just come out ahead of Law? It's going to be nip and tuck, you know. Here comes Law. Has he gone ahead? He has. So Law goes up to 4th, but Beckham is on a fresh set of soft tyres, so he will catch Law very soon, it will seem. So now, the gap between Chile to Nagati, 8.4 seconds. The gap between Nagati to Alex is 11.6 seconds. He is slowly gaining on both Chile and Alex. And he's got 17 minutes left to do it. He does have time, but he's got to push every lap now. Has he got more fuel in than what he did last week? That's the question. So then, we've got ourselves now a battle, 4th place, Law competing in this first Mazda race, with Beckham competing in his second race. Beckham wide through Hawthorns. Oh God, Beckham absolute fully committed round Dingledale, isn't he? Now into Sheen we go. Look how fast that is. That is a blitzingly fast corner, isn't it? Let's actually ride on board then with... Oh, this is a nice camera angle, isn't it? There's Beckham. There's that red car. I think apparently I've heard that Beckham is a Man United fan, so to see him in 5th position is not normal. Well, it's quite normal for a Man United fan to be in that position, but no, he's not. He's going to have a look to the inside, isn't he? Law kind of shuts the door there. Oh, kicks up a bit of gravel through Paddock Hill. Yeah, it seems normal that Beckham's in 5th position, considering that's where Man United is, isn't it? So, you know, that's quite normal. Better not put football gaps in, but I've just read it over, you know, not talking about football for that much, but I just wanted to let you know that my football team did a bit of football history on this day when we beat a team 2-1, and the goal scorers from our team, Hartlepool, were called Hartley and Poole. So just to let you know that. Anyways, Beckham tucked on the rear. Law goes defensive, going in towards... I forget the corner now, stupid silly me, that is Hawthorns, that's it. God, he's all over the back of Law. We're going to have a change of position sometime soon. It's just a case of savvy facts. Yes, indeed it is. Maybe that could be a new thing. No, you're not going to pass through Sheens. That is a brave corner if you can make that stick, but definitely not Beckham. That was a smart choice from Beckham not to pass. He is definitely faster than Law. That's because he is on the fresher, soft tyres than what Law is. He may get it done if he gets a good run through Clark Curve, though, and it looks like he is. You can see how wide Law was compared to Beckham, so he might have the job got done going in towards Paddock Hill Bend. He's tucked up right into the slipstream, feints him, it looks to go onto the inside of Law. Law's not really defending that 4th place, and through goes Beckham, or does he? Beckham keeps it nice and tight through Paddock Hill Bend, but no, but then he stays side by side going into Druitt's hairpin. No, he stays into 5th position, so Beckham showing Law a lot of respect out there. He could have been a little bit more aggressive. I tell you what, if that was Hideki Sama, he would have punched Law off the track. But yeah, nice battle to see going on for 4th place. Just a shame it's not a battle for a podium. "28 laps have been completed. We are now down to the last 13 minutes of the race, and will he get it now through Hawthorns? Side by side they will go now. Will he make it stick? No, he still keeps it. Law being absolutely brave, isn't he? Side by side now through turn 6. Still side by side. They're going to be side by side through Dingle Down again. Law, great defensive driving. He is giving Beckham the room, but Beckham's not really taking it. He is just showing Law that much respect. If he wants to get by him, he's got to be a little bit more determined, a little bit more confident to try and get by. Tell you what though, it's a really nice battle going on. It's really shaping up to be a nice battle, but Beckham is not really taking the initiative. Law is not really defending that 4th place. Oh, now saying that he is now. Oh, nearly contact there through the Brabham Straight. Beckham goes towards the outside for Paddock Hill, tries for the crisscross, and he might get it done this time. And indeed he does, and Law makes it sideways. Keeps it going though. Well held there, Law. Nice recovery from Law, but Beckham did do the crisscross on Law to take that 4th place. 16 seconds still to catch up on Nagati. I don't think that's enough, so Beckham could have been a podium finish if he did a one-stop strategy like Nagati, like Chile and Rogers, and he would have been fighting up on a podium, but not. He's going to have to settle for 4th place, barring if he doesn't make a mistake. Now then, the gap, less than 10 seconds now between Nagati to Alex, and Alex is sort of up to get the gap between himself and Chile up to 3.7 seconds. So watch out for Nagati. He might be a dark horse here in this race. Less than 10 seconds to go with 11 minutes left in this session. I think I see a battle going through at Graham Hill Bend. Let's get a catch up on this. Yes, it is. Robocopy versus Techno Guy. Robocopy's front end definitely looking like what it was last week. It's definitely battered a lot, wasn't it? And he must have got by Techno Guy. So I think Robocopy passed Techno Guy on this lap, so he's up into 9th place. Techno Guy down to 10th. Findergas still in 11th place, and FTA into the pit lane, retired out of the race. So we're down to 11 people, drivers left. Gap sort of still staying the same, but really it's Nagati that's making a catch up now. 9.4 seconds on Alex, 5.6 behind Chile. Law in a nice 5th position. No matter what, it's a great drive this from Law. Started like 9th or 8th, went up to 5th by the end of the first lap. So if I was Law, I'd be very happy with that. Very happy with that. As is Stiggy. I think he'll be satisfied by taking a 6th place finish, albeit a very quiet race. He had no one in front of him, no one behind him, apart from the start of the race. Taven, the moment that he had it at Paddock Hill Bend between himself and Robocopy, he's doing well there in 7th place, doing the best what he can anyways. It's actually short. Matty is closing that gap down to 3.8 seconds. I think at one time it was about 9 seconds, wasn't it? And he's still sideways. Robocopy versus Techno Guy. That's a battle for 9th and 10th. I don't know if Techno Guy can keep up with Robocopy, although Robo did run ride. That was Techno Guy. Techno Guy did pick up a 1.5 second penalty. Was that a shortcut? Let's have a look at this. So we're on board. Did he shortcut through Graham Hill? Yes, he did. That's a shortcut. We saw what Chile did at the start of the race, and he picked up a 1.5 second penalty, and that's exactly the same case for Techno Guy. So his battle for 9th place will come to an end. And now Findergask is now 5.6 seconds behind. So Findergask will be smelling that. Now then, 9 minutes to go, and he can see Chile just ahead. Is he short shifting? That gear kind of sounded quite low. I'm wondering. Now let's have a look at the fuel difference now. Okay, so Nagati's got a bit more fuel than what Chile is, but it just sounded like to me that Nagati's short shifting, that he's trying to save that bit of fuel. But the gap you can see now is less than 9 seconds, 8.6 seconds, 8 minutes to go. He's got to close a second a minute. It looks like Chile has sort of... Yeah, he's still thereabouts on Alex. It's still roughly 3.8, 3.9 seconds. Well, that's the first time I've seen 4 seconds once ride through Sterling's, and you can see that orange car right behind now. This could be a grandstand finish, ladies and gentlemen, if hopefully one of these two kind of messes up and then it allows Nagati to come into the frame of things. But I tell you what, I think to me Nagati is the quicker of the top three. Beckham in 4th place now, 13 seconds behind Nagati, and definitely catching. Yeah, to me, I think Nugatti's definitely short shifting. I'm sure he's got enough fuel to go to the end of the race. I think he does. Surely they have to. 7.9. Oh, it's going to be tight, you know. It's definitely going to be tight. Meanwhile, Law has dropped way back for Man Not Beckham now, 7.2. We did see a couple of laps ago he was battling with Beckham. And now look at Stiggy. Stiggy could probably smell Law's blood here. 3.6 seconds. The gap is now. We can see that green card ahead of him. Like I said a couple of minutes before, what Sticky's done, you know, after the first 15 minutes, he's seen no one in front of him, no one behind him, just minding his own business in a solid 6th position. But now he's hungry. He wants that top 5 finish now. Into Shinkev, careful! Oh, he just put 2 wheels on the grass. We did see what happened to Robocop around there. He did lose control of his Mazda and sent hard into the guardrails. Back up front then, gap 3.6 seconds. So Chile's sort of closing in. And I tell you what, I don't think to me that Alex Rogers is short shifted. I don't think he is. Just looking at Dan's comment there, and Alex, I don't think he's short shifting, is Alex. Looking at the fuel, I think he should be good. I think he's about 24% left of his fuel in that tank, so I think he should be alright. But I think it's an indication that he's not short shifting to me. But let's see what the gap is now between himself to the guy. He's still 8 seconds, so yeah, I think over the short shifting what Nugatti and Chile are doing, it's not really helped. But you know, top 3, there it is right there. But look at that, Beckham, 10 seconds now to Nugatti. Definitely pushing us, Beckham. You can't blame him for trying anyways. We did see about 13 seconds a couple of minutes ago. Now to 10, literally less than 10 seconds. Now then, Law versus Stig. The gap now down to 2.1 seconds. Law is struggling on those soft tyres, isn't he? And I tell you what, Stig is slowly, methodically catching up to the back of Law as we see him go through Sterling's. For the 33rd time, I believe we will have, I think to my calculations, maybe 2-3 more laps left of this race. So there is still a little bit of time. Oh, careful, Stig. You can tell he wants that 5th place because he's pushing now. Lap 34, Alex in the lead. Then it's Chile, then it's Nugatti, from Beckham, from Law, from Stiggy, from Taven, from Matty. Let's see what about Matty. Gap 3.7 seconds, so he's not really catching on Taven, isn't he? No, no, definitely not. Let's see the gap now. Oh, hello, 7 seconds, but it might be too late though for Nugatti to make a charge. With less than 3 minutes to go, he is still sort of closing on the leader. Alex is down to 3.3 seconds. I'm just wondering if he's just coasting a little bit to secure the win. But if he knows that Chile's catching up, Chile and the guy, he's got to pick up on that Alex might be coasting a little bit. That's not going to help. Tell you what, Nugatti is closing really quickly on Chile. Less than 3 seconds. Is it enough though for Nugatti to catch Chile and take 2nd place? We've just passed 57 minutes now. I tell you what, it's going to be close. It could be close. Looking at Crow Magnus comment, take a look at the fuel. I think they're all good to go. Yeah, Chile might be the one that could be a little bit under threat because he's just flashing red whereas the top three aren't. In fact, Nugatti's got the most fuel out of the top three, so Nugatti's good to go. Alex is good to go. I don't know about Chile. It's going to be nip and tuck though. Let's see what the gap is now. Going down now, less than 2 seconds now. So Nugatti is really catching. Yeah, see again, looking at the chart there, I think Chile could be in a little bit of problems here. The gap has roughly stayed the same with Alex, but, you know, definitely Nugatti is the man on a charge. 5 seconds now, and this will be the penultimate lap. No, sorry, my apologies. This will be the last lap of the race. So Chile's got a 1.6 second advantage over Nugatti, as this will be the last lap of this race. 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. As you can see, fastest lap set by Chile, 1 minute 38. So this will be the last lap of the race. Alex will be on course to take his first win of the championship, barring if he doesn't make a mistake. The gap now 1.3 seconds down to 1.2, 1.1. I'm looking on the map on the top right to see if there's anyone that's battling or so, but we've got it right on board with Chile. He's now in the slipstream. He is now in the slipstream of Chile. 3.7 seconds now to the leader, Alex Rogers. 40 seconds to go until the end of this race. Let's keep an eye out on Chile. Let's have a look at the fuel. That's very close. That is very close to see. Oh, is Chile a worried man that he might lose second place? He's either been first or second pretty much the entirety of this race. And there, yeah, he could finish in third position, but look at Nugatti. He is stalking Chile. Nugatti's also flashing red, but he's got more fuel than what Chile has, and he's good to go. 7 seconds to go. Chile sideways through Sterling, and now here comes Nugatti. Puts the lights on to let him know that he's there. 0 seconds on the clock. The race is going to be finishing. Alex Rogers is going to take his first win in the championship. I put it on the line here. Here we go then. Alex will take the win, but it's a close one. Think to second, and Chile's going to hold on to second place. Nugatti tucks into the slipstream, but Chile will just hold on to second place by 97 thousandths of a second over Nugatti. Beckham to finish in a creditable fourth position. Flash the lights. Law will hold on to fifth place. Solid effort from Law in his first round of the championship. So fifth place for Law. Very solid effort indeed. He will come across the line. Tries to do a PK out of it, drifting style. Comes across the line in fifth place. Here comes Siggy. He does exactly the same. Sort of. There is Taven in 7th place. Decent recovery there. Good job there from Taven. Here comes the gatekeeper himself, Matty, to finish in 8th position. And we've got a bit of a while for Robocopy to come across the line, going through Clark Curve for the last time. And he will pick up 9th place, which is 2 positions better than last week. Tennokai and Findelgask all over each other now. Here we go. He's basically bump drafting him. What's going on here then? Who's going to have it then? Is it Findelgask? Will it be Tennokai? Side by side across the finish line, and Tennokai will hold on to 10th place, just 76 thousandths behind Findelgask. So congratulations then to the winner, Alex Rogers. Chile and Nugatti put on a brave fight at the end, but it is Alex that will pick up his first win of the championship. Chile will possibly protect this championship lead with that second place finish, and Nugatti back-to-back third place finishes. As my throat is still sore, God above, I need to say that. Anyways, great racing there, people. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Chile, what could have been if he didn't have the 1.5 second penalty at Graham Hill? But anyway, well done to the drivers that took part, and thank you for the 20 people that had I think it peaked at about 20 people that watched. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and we will see you for round 3 of the championship, which I believe is at Sedegna B. So that should be an entertaining race as well. But anyways, I've been Mike Savaloy. I will still be your commentator for next week. Again, no lateral for next week. He will be back for round 4. So until then, see you next week.